Buddhism is a world religion founded by the Buddha in ancient India. Buddhists seek wisdom, meaning, inner peace, and freedom from greed, hatred, and ignorance. Mutually sustaining life, a Buddhist call to a troubled world.
It is worthy to perform the present duty well and without failure. Do not seek to avoid or postpone it till tomorrow. By acting now, one can live a good day.
Today, we have with us a Tibetan Lama as our guest to discuss the ongoing theme of impermanence, which is the third of the four marks of existence. As I mentioned last time, impermanence means that all things, from our human body to our physical surroundings and our relationship with others, are constantly changing. Together with our guest, we will be focusing on the spiritual dimension of impermanence. For example, how do we regard the changes we encounter, especially the difficult ones, in the context of our spiritual lives? In other words, do we simply accept painful changes fatalistically, or do we turn them into a power for looking deeper into our lives and cultivating wisdom? In connection, it's helpful to know something about the traditional Buddhist worldview of what is called samsara in Sanskrit and translated as the cycle of birth and death or transmigration. This idea is also found in other religions such as Hinduism and Jainism that originated in India. In the West, it is most often referred to as reincarnation or rebirth. In traditional Buddhism, it is thought that there are 6 realms of existence. The 6 realms are those of gods or heavenly beings, demi-gods or titans, humans, animals, hungry ghosts, and hell beings. The gods are the highest, while the hell beings are the lowest. And it's our action or karma that determines into which realm we are born. Also, in accordance with this worldview, we have been transmigrating in the various realms for immeasurable lives. In this life, you and I happen to be born as human beings. This is something to celebrate, for we are in the best realm as compared to the other 5, from which to aspire to become Buddhas or to be fully awakened. There are many Buddhists today who, like myself, understand these 6 realms not as actual realms of existence, but more as psychological states. In other words, we experience these different states in the daily course of our lives. For example, when we are extremely happy, we are gods. And when we feel jealous toward others, we are demi-gods. When we are caught up only in our own concerns, we are in the realm of animals. When we are obsessed in satisfying our desires, we are like the hungry ghosts. And when we are in the depths of our agony and pain, we are in the hellish realm. Now, let's explore this and the concept of impermanence further in our discussion with our today's guest, Venerable Geshe Sonam Gyaltsen Gonta. Venerable Gonta belongs to the Gelugpa school, which is the same as that of Dalai Lama. By the way, Dalai means teacher, and Lama means great wisdom, or in other words, the teacher of great wisdom. So we are pleased to have with us Venerable Gonta, who is part of this tradition. So, Venerable Gonta, thank you for being with us. We have been discussing impermanence and wondering what your thoughts are on the teaching of impermanence.
Yes, impermanent is very important, and it's a reality.
Reality.
Reality. Yes, it's reality. Whether you think about impermanent or permanent, but it's reality. But thing is that we should aware of impermanence.
Should be aware.
Aware of the impermanence, and I can say that impermanence can be divided into two. That can be subtle impermanence and gross impermanence.
Subtle and gross.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
About the gross impermanence, this is very easy actually. But about, I should say, death.
Death.
Since we are born, we have to die. This is a reality.
Yes.
But again, if I give example of myself, I was born, and actually I'm subject to death. You see, but I don't aware. You see, that's why a big problem is that I always think about this life. You see, for the livelihood of this life. You see, don't think about next life or further future lives. You see.
So you're not thinking. Most people are not thinking beyond this life.
Yes, that's the big problem.
Focus too much on what? Desire and getting things and
right.
So if you think about impermanence more fully, then we'll have bigger heart. We think about bigger things.
Right. That's right. Yes, we can think. You see, for oneself. You see, for the benefit of one. You see, suppose actually you say I should say we see human being and animal being, and human being, but they have dull intelligence, less wisdom. Human beings have more intelligence. They can see further, look further.
So human beings, as opposed to animals, have greater capacity.
Yes, capacity due to intelligence.
In a way, you're saying that it's rare to be a human being.
That's right.
It's precious to be a human being.
Yeah, very, very important.
So we can do practice and cultivate? Is that...
Yes, that's true, about Buddhism, we believe 6 realms. And among
Six realms.
6 realms. Among this, human, especially for the practice of Dharma, human being is very rare and very precious. Precious in the sense that we can practice Dharma, but especially thinking about impermanence, And that means, it can broaden our mind, it can see, not only this life, next life, and more than that, many lives after that,
No,
we can attain, Nirvanahood, Buddhahood. That's, because of, impermanence,
Now, you have emphasized, next life and bigger, looking at things in a bigger context, but as part of that, some Buddhists, especially more modern Buddhists, talk about, you take impermanence, and because of impermanence, you focus more on the now. Every moment is precious.
Right.
That's why even our loved ones may not be with us all the time, but therefore we really spend quality time with each person that we care about. What do you think about that approach, that way of responding to impermanence?
Yes, really is great, We say, of course, past is past,
Past is past.
Thing is now. Now is important. We say death about this. It's death.
Death.
Death is sudden, but we don't know when we'll die. Thing is that when we'll die means we don't know even we will live tomorrow. There is no guarantee that I will live tomorrow.
Yes.
That's why practice now. For the betterment of future, for the betterment of future lives and lives, like that. And for when you talk about Buddhahood, we have to not only oneself, but for all sentient beings.
All sentient beings.
And sentient beings, And, sentient beings like me, others too are subject to death.
So, the teaching of impermanence helps us to open up and think about the bigger issues.
That's right.
And so how about six realms, and how does that relate to impermanence in six realms and Buddhahood?
Right. You know, samsara.
Samsara means realm of
yes,
rebirth.
Rebirth, yes. That means birth, death, birth, death. This means impermanence. You see? So, we should, you see, have love to this, you see, sentient being, you see.
Love
and
for
compassion.
Other sentient beings, living beings.
Living beings, yes, sentient beings, yeah. We say it's sentient beings. And one thing, you see, for this, we can have bodhicitta mind. That means altruistic mind.
Altruistic mind.
Bodhicitta.
Yeah.
And bodhicitta mind, you see. That's why we can become, you see. It's important that, you see, by remembering or by, you see, awareing or by meditating, we should, you see, think not only this samsara, but we should aware the Nirvanahood or Buddhahood.
Nirvanahood or Buddhahood, which is beyond
beyond samsara,
or cycle of birth and death.
We can free from this chain of birth and death. You see,
be liberated.
Be liberated. You see, liberation. That Nirvana means something liberation from, I should say, delusion and karmic action.
So Nirvana and Buddhahood, you find peace.
Yes, Nirvana is peace, yes.
So, Venerable Gonta, thank you very much for your insightful remarks, especially from a Tibetan Buddhist perspective. We really appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Well, I hope that our discussion has encouraged you to think a little more deeply about dealing with the changes in your life. It's our hope that you look at such changes not as reasons to feel depressed or sad about life, but rather as an opportunity to practice virtues and to cultivate love and compassion for others. Whether you believe in the teachings of transmigration through the six realms as actual existences, or see the six realms as psychological states in this life, our belief should not detract from us practicing and cultivating virtues right now in this life, keeping in mind the spirit as expressed in today's opening passage. It is worthy to perform the present duty well and without failure. Do not seek to avoid or postpone it till tomorrow. By acting now, one can live a good day.
We at Bukkyo Dendo Kyokai pursue peace and happiness for people around the world. We have published the Buddhist teachings into 41 languages and donated our publication to hotels and other facilities in 55 countries. We would like to share the Buddhist teachings with people around the world. That's our mission. Visit our website for more information